It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's a brand new day. Yes, give yourselves a hand. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new week. It is a brand new month. It is April Fool's Day. No April Fool's jokes here. Not today. No, I'm not going to do that to you. It's enough foolishness. It is enough foolishness going on in the world. You don't need any foolishness from me unless it's on a Friday, maybe. You know, we like to have a lot of fun. But anyway, so happy April 1st. The Geno Jones Show brought to you by CM, like Mary. CM Transportation, the CEO, Miss Carissa Carter. If your business needs dependable, reliable, on-time deliveries for your business, or maybe your transportation company is not dependable, you can't rely on them, and they're like never on time, well, you need a new transportation company, a new team of truckers, and a transportation company that will get the job done. CM Transportation, CM, like Mary, Transportation, LLC.net. So that's www.cmtransportationllc.net, or call 843-626-606. 843-606-2702, 843-606-2702. Ask for Carissa, C-O-R-I-S-A, Carissa Carter. She's the CEO. And if not, leave a message and tell her Geno told you to call. You were watching the Geno Jones Show, and your business needs a dependable, reliable, on-time delivery company or transportation company for your business. All right, speaking of business, let's get into business. Let me kind of do this thing like chronologically. So there was no live show on Friday, Good Friday, and Good Friday had a good laugh. We had a lot of good laughs. Katt Williams and his Dark Matter tour was in town at the Coliseum here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro, with his guest stars, Mark Curry, Monique, Tommy Davidson. Then he had two other new comedians, two sisters, two African-American women that were funny as all get out, and his host, comedian Red Grant. Katt Williams has lost his damn mind. Laughing at some of these jokes, I'm like, listen, Katt, you go mess around. I am not going to hell messing around with your ass, laughing at some of these jokes that you know you were wrong. But he was funny as all get out. He is a damn fool. He has lost his mind. It's a hilarious show. Check it out. And then Mark Curry, just underrated comedian, super funny, been funny forever. Underrated brother in the game. And of course, Monique got like a standing ovation for damn near a minute long. People love Monique. I ain't mad at Mo. Monique was Monique. She was vintage. She was Queens of Comedy Monique with her set. Trust me. She was full, unadulterated, PG-13 or XXX rated Monique. The real, the raw, and the why. Sounds like my audiobook, Game Recognized Game, in my book. She was the real. If somebody said, well, the real Monique, please stand up. Well, she stood up and showed out. So if you are a Monique fan, you would have loved her set Friday night. And then Tommy Davidson, funny as all get out. So if this tour is coming to your city, check it out. It's worth the money. Whatever you spend, it's worth the money. Because I promise you, you will laugh. You won't stop laughing the whole You might need to take some pain pills because you laugh so hard that your sides are hurting. It's that kind of funny. All right. So speaking of Friday, congratulations to Miss Queen Bee, Beyonce. Country Carter, her new album. She said it's not a country music album, it's a Beyonce album. So it's a Beyonce album and she's doing country music, and I'm not mad at her. Now, she said she was inspired because I think she performed on the CMAs several years back. I don't know if it was with the Dixie Chicks, But she was performing live with some other country artists, and she got like a lot of hate. Like all the racists, before they called her MAGA, just the straight up racists and white nationalists who were country music fans, lost their damn mind. Like she wasn't supposed to perform and do country music. What they don't realize is that, listen, country music in America, what y'all need to know, what you MAGA cult members and racists don't know or need to know, but I know y'all tune into the show, that banjo, that main instrument, that little banjo that all these country music artists had played forever, that instrument was brought from West Africa with our enslaved ancestors, and the very first people in America who was doing the type of music that you hear white country music singers singing, and now Beyonce, you had our enslaved ancestors on the plantation singing these songs, about, just, the country music themes. And if you listen to country music, they were just trying to deal with the oppression and everything else. So they had some sad songs, some songs of joy, but that banjo that they brought with them from West Africa, they would play that and sing along. And then, in the 20s, all of a sudden, the music industry came up with this country music chart. So the black artists that were singing country music, they wouldn't, as a matter of fact, they wouldn't even put them on the country music charts. It was the white artists that heard these our enslaved ancestors singing this kind of music with this, and then playing this banjo. And our enslaved ancestors taught some of these whites, like the white overseers and just some of the white folks, how to play the banjo. And then they went and started singing songs, playing the banjo that they were taught by our enslaved ancestors. And then they recorded it, and all of a sudden you had, in like 1920, the early 1920s, the country music charts. But only white artists would appear on the country music chart. Now for black artists, just Google Big Mama Thornton. If they performed a song that had a country music vibe to it, it was called race music. And like before the R&B, the R&B soul, before Motown, any black artist that recorded any kind of music was on, they had like the race music charts. That was the black music. So for all y'all racists that was hating on Beyonce, that don't think that she should be singing y'all's country music and being played on your country music radio station, understand that you are with these white country music stars. This is an art form that has its origins, it has its roots in an African heritage. A primary instrument, a banjo, that was brought here from West Africa. So there's a specific African connection to country music that y'all dumbass didn't even know about. Too bad. So Beyonce, do your thing. As a matter of fact, she did it. She remade a song done by the legendary Dolly Parton, who was cool with it. And shout out to Dolly Parton, because Dolly Parton was excited for Beyonce from the jump, from the door. And she posted like on Twitter, on social media, I'm excited and love it. As a matter of fact, Beyonce and Dolly Parton, they do a song together on Country Carter called Tyrant. And then Beyonce remade Dolly Parton's song, her big hit called Jolene. Jolene, Jolene, about Jolene messing with her man. Don't be messing with my man, Jolene. That's the Dolly Parton song. Dolly made it. It's an iconic country music song. And Beyonce put that beehive spin on it, doing her thing. And then she got together, which I thought was great, with Dolly Parton and recorded the song called Tyrant. She's got a song with Miley Cyrus on there. She's got a song with Willie Nelson. So she went full country. Country with the K, not with the C, country. But she's from Houston, Texas. And her mom has been very open talking about her country roots and listening to country music. So y'all can get all the folks that, that's got a problem with it, that's your problem. So, have fun with that. that hate and anger and resentment, let that hate eat you up inside, because that's what it'll do. And then shout out to Beyonce, because there are 4 like younger black female country artists, Tanner, Adele, Tiara Kennedy, Raina Roberts, and Brittany Spencer. So Beyonce does a song with each one of those 4 young black women country music artists. So shout out to Beyonce, the 4 black women country artists. Got big shine now. They were getting a little shine, but not really a lot, because they still had to deal with the racism in country music. Just seeing, black artists as country music artists, which is a trip. But that's all right. Beyonce really put them on the map now. So congratulations. And that's the way to put people on, B. That's what we collectively as a community, we got to do. We got to put more people on. And we see talented young people, because, we got to keep the next generation. We got to pass this thing down and pass it on. And, develop, in sports, the term would be develop a bench. Make sure that you are identifying the talent and nurturing and mentoring the next generation. And then they got to do the same thing, get the next generation ready. So shout out to Beyonce for doing that. That was real big. I want to give you your props, Queen B. And finally, well, almost finally when it comes to music. And then I'm going to let you know what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow, because, it's going to be a fiery monologue. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, so Frankie Beverly in Mays. It's going to be honored on May 18th, 2 days before my birthday. A street is going to be renamed it's going to be Frankie Beverly Way or Avenue, I don't know, but it's going to be renamed in his honor in his hometown of Philadelphia. He grew up in the Germantown section of Philadelphia, so they're going to rename a street. As a matter of fact, I saw some video from I guess the Urban One, TV One Honors or something. So currently Frankie Beverly's on tour. This is his very last tour, the I Want to Thank You tour. So shout out to, and listen, can we please give Frankie Beverly, really all of our icons and legends, but please let's make sure that we give Frankie Beverly all the roses that he can smell. More than he can smell, more than he can handle. There's a saying that say, give a person their roses while they are alive so they can enjoy them and they can smell the roses. So, man, let's give Frankie, give him a rose farm full of roses. Because for nearly 50 years, Frankie Beverly in Mays has been the soundtrack for black culture, especially for black Americans. Absolutely, from Joy and Pain, Happy Feelings, Southern Girl, Golden Time of Day, and then the ultimate of what We Are One, but then the ultimate, the Black Cookout / Party Anthem. I don't care, from 8 to 80. Everybody, when you play Before I Let Go, everybody, or as Nelly would say, everybody at the cookout, at the backyard barbecue, at the graduation party, at the retirement party, at the birthday party, the intergenerational party, that is the official anthem for, like I said, for the black cookout, for the black, just any kind of black celebration and gathering. As a matter of fact, even Beyonce redid it. When she did the Lemonade album, had the HBC performers, the whole HBCU vibe. When she performed at Coachella and had all the HBCU young people there with her, and she broke out her version of Before I Let Go. So let us celebrate Frankie. We can't thank you enough, Frankie Beverly. So follow him on social media and thank him on whatever platform he's on. I thank you, Frankie. I hope and pray that I can get you on as a guest on the show. It would just talk about the virtually 5 decades. Man, look, I can tell you so many stories. I can tell you back in the day, like in the 80s, and Frankie Beverly was at his peak. So the Erie Crown Theater in Chicago, you can get about 5,000 people in there. Frankie Beverly would sell out the Erie Crown for like a weekend. 2 shows, 7:30 and 10:30. He may do like 1 show Thursday night, like 7:30, 2 shows, 7:30, 10:30 on Friday night. 2 shows sold out the Erie Crown, 7:30 and 10:30 Saturday night. And then would do, just for the hell of it, a 7:30 show on Sunday night and sell those out. He was selling out 4 and 5 and 6 shows back to back. Back to back to back to back to back to back. Selling out a whole weekend back in the 80s. I witnessed it. As a matter of fact, I went to one of the shows. Essence Festival. Man, you wouldn't have the Essence Festival when it came to concerts. Frankie Beverly really was the one that really put the Essence Festival concerts that they were doing. You couldn't have an Essence Festival and not have Frankie Beverly and Maze. I don't care who else you had. I don't give a damn who else it was. I don't care who it was. I guess Prince may have been there. You name the biggest names, Janet, Beyonce, Mary J. Blige. Back in the day, you couldn't have an Essence Festival without Frankie Beverly and Maze. And they would always shut it down. And I'm sure in whatever city you're watching me in, back in the day, in the 80s and the 90s, and still he was in the 2000s, Frankie Beverly and Maze haven't released a new album in almost 30 years. Almost 30 years. And still sell out any arena. So I could stand here and talk about Frankie Beverly and Maze and tell stories. So the original name of his group was called The Butlers, and then he formed a group called Raw Soul. Went out to San Francisco, got a chance to meet Marvin Gaye, hooked up with Marvin Gaye, and Marvin Gaye is the one that said, "No, Raw Soul, you all need to change the name." And Marvin Gaye, whose birthday is on Tuesday, tomorrow, if you're watching me live right now on Monday, April 1st, he was murdered. Marvin Gaye was murdered on 1985, on April Fool's Day. I'll never forget, April 1st. Because people were telling me that I thought it was like a bad joke. I almost got into a fight with somebody. It's like, man, don't be joking around talking about Marvin Gaye is dead. You don't do no April Fool's joke like that. And they were like, gee, dude, this is not an April Fool's joke. I just heard it on the news. And then I went and looked. I was like, oh my God. So shout out to Marvin Gaye. But anyway, Marvin Gaye was the one that put Frankie Beverly and Maze on. Marvin Gaye basically renamed Frankie's group from Raw Soul to Frankie Beverly and Maze. Frankie was a drummer for Marvin Gaye, one of Marvin Gaye's bands when he was out in San Francisco, because Frankie went out on the West Coast to, try to blow up his career, and he met Marvin Gaye, and the rest is history. So, brother Frankie Beverly, man, we honor you. We love you. We cannot express how much we love you, and we are eternally grateful for all the joy. Even though the song was called Joy and Pain, listening to your music never gave us pain. Never gave us pain. It always gave us joy and gave us happy feelings. And especially, you paid respect and anthem to all the Southern girls. We are one. You united us. You united us with We Are One. Man. And then you set the party on fire. You turned the party out. Got the party started with Before I Let Go. Yeah, you did. So shout out to Frankie Beverly and Maze. Shout out to Marvin Gaye, whose birthday is tomorrow. Marvin Gaye was murdered by his dad back, I believe, 1980. I won't say 1980, 85. It was 85. It was 85, I believe. I don't think it was 84. You can Google it. But Marvin Gaye would have had a birthday tomorrow. I think Marvin Gaye would have been right around 80-ish. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, so Tennessee State University is one of our HBCUs, one of our historically black colleges and universities. So the state legislators in Tennessee, this is why I keep telling you that you got to vote in every election. And your local election, the folks that's your mayors and your aldermen and alderwomen and council people, and especially in your state from your governors to your state representatives and to the state senators and state representatives, because you had the state senators and state representatives, and the governor apparently signed off on it in Tennessee. They went in, I don't know exactly how, I'm going to have more details tomorrow, and they fired the entire board of directors for Tennessee State University, got rid of the entire board. So now you're going to have all these racist MAGA cult members somehow try to take over the school board, the board of directors for Tennessee State University, this historically black college in Tennessee. Now, what you need to understand, listen to me, all right? I'm leaning into the camera. This is the blueprint. This MAGA cult, this racist, white Christian nationalist MAGA cult, they don't like DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. They don't like critical race theory. When you hear people use words like DEI and critical race theory, I'm going to explain to you exactly what they're saying. They're calling you the N-word. Yes, the N-word, not with the A, the ER, the hard ER. They're calling you the N-word. That is the new code. That's their new word, their new way of saying the N-word. And this is the blueprint. What happened at Tennessee State University? These same racist MAGA cult members, white Christian nationalists, this is their plan to take over all of the HBCUs. So all of my HBCUs, all the alumni, even if you didn't go to a HBCU, from Howard to Hampton to South Carolina State University here, and you got 9 HBCUs right here in the state of South Carolina. So many I can't name them all today, but I will tomorrow. South Carolina State is like the flagship one. You got Voorhees College and Allen College and Columbia College, and we'll talk about them all tomorrow. To Clark, Atlanta, and Spelman University and Morehouse in Atlanta, Alabama A&M, North Carolina State A&T, Winston-Salem State University, all of these HBCUs. Florida A&M University, the HBCUs in Grambling and Louisiana, and you got with Texas. And Fisk, you got another Fisk University in Nashville in Tennessee. So listen, I'm going to say it again. You are voting, this year you are voting for your freedom, or not voting, or voting for somebody that'll never be president. You are voting for your oppression. So if you think about sitting this out, somebody else is going to they will use the power that you give away by not voting, or voting for somebody like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. or Cornel West that has no chance, a snowball's chance on the sun. You have a better chance of making a snowball on the surface of the sun than Robert Kennedy Jr. or Cornel West have of becoming president this year. It will never happen this year. So it's a binary choice. President Joe Biden, Orange Hitler. Project 2025, and part of one of the things that they want to do in Project 2025, take over. They've already started taking over local school boards, but now they're like, okay, let's get rid of the board of directors at these historically black colleges and universities. Oh, that's going to be my whole monologue tomorrow, so I'm just giving you all a heads up. And your sons and daughters and nieces and nephews that may not be happy with President Biden and allow them to go to these HBCUs, let these MAGA cult members and these white nationalists take over these HBCUs, because they'll take them over and shut them down. They'll stop funding. They'll stop funding these. And look at Tennessee. They get state money and federal money. So now you're going to have these states that are going to stop funding the HBCUs. And then the federal money, if you get this MAGA cult in control, they'll shut off the federal money that's been going to the HBCUs, but they'll send it to the predominantly white universities. Man, y'all better wake up. So I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. Shout out to my mom. Thank you, mother, for watching. I love you. I'll be talking to you soon. And I want to thank everybody for watching me. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. You, and especially you, God, most of all. You, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show, brought to you live by CM, like Mary, CM Transportation. If your business, if your transportation company is not dependable, if your business needs a dependable, reliable, on-time transportation company, so your deliveries will be on time and you can depend on them and you can rely on them to get there when you need them. Or you got a business, you have a business and your transportation company doesn't get any of that done. You can't depend on them, not reliable, and never on time, or sometime on time. Your business can't afford that. Your new business or your existing business. CM like Mary, CM Transportation, www.cmtransportationllc.net, www.cmtransportationllc.net, or call 843-606-2702, 843-606-2702. Carissa Carter. Carissa Carter, Corisa. She is the CEO. Call, ask for her. She's available. She'll talk to you and tell Carissa that you've been watching, you're a fan, you watch the Geno Jones Show, and that you appreciate that she's a sponsor of the show, and that you would like to talk to her because your business needs dependable, reliable, on-time transportation for your business. She got you covered, okay? All right, everybody. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Check him out and his work. Oh, God. He's a hair, not just a master barber. He is a master barber and a hair artiste. Check him out in everything he does, all of his cuts. Kel be cutting up. KELBECUTTINUP on Instagram, on IG. Allie Jones, she is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. I call her the drip director. You can check Allie and her collection out. Fashion designer, future superstar. She's making it happen right now. Check out her collection, LX.NCL underscores LO dash after the second L. LX.NCL underscore. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you live Tuesday. Oh, by the way, my guest on Thursday is going to be the former lead singer for Ready for the World. Remember? Oh, Sheila, oh, Sheila. Ready for the World. Melvin Riley's got a brand new song and video. You'll see it Thursday, and you will get to see the conversation. He's going to be my guest on Thursday. And Wednesday, two young ladies, DJ and Cece, they have work aerobics. People talk about Zumba and all this. With these two African-American women, they've got a new aerobics program. It's called Work. But it's WERQ, work. W-E, like work it out, girl, work it out, dude. So you'll get a chance to meet them on Wednesday, and they will tell you all about work and what the classes are like and the instruction and just what the whole work aerobics program is all about. So it's going to be a big week. Thank you for watching, everybody. I love you. We'll see you live Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you missed any of this episode, or if you missed any of my back episodes last week, my episodes were fire. Really, every monologue is fire. Go back and binge watch all my back episodes right now on the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. We'll see you live Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, right here. But the Geno Jones Show is always available 24/7, 365 this year, 24/7, 366 days, right here. The Geno Jones Show YouTube channel.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.